निर्भरता की ओर।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews country's COVID scenario, calls for augmentation of healthcare resources. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma visits blast site in Tinsukia, says nobody will be allowed to disrupt peace in state. First session of 15th Assam Legislative Assembly to begin from 21st of May. Election of Speaker, Deputy Speaker on agenda. Surge in COVID cases forces Sikkim to go in for total lockdown from May 17. Vaccination for 18 to 44 age group in Manipur to start from Monday next. State plans more oxygen supplies from neighbouring states. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Ashutosh Sharma. Now the stories in detail. In national news first, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today stressed the need for ramping up the speed of vaccination, testing and augmentation of healthcare resources to effectively deal with the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. Chairing a high-level meeting on the COVID-19 related situation and vaccination program, he emphasized the implementation of localized containment strategies and a proper distribution of oxygen supply in the rural areas. During the meeting, officials gave detailed presentations on the state and district level situation, testing capacities, availability of oxygen, healthcare infrastructure and vaccination roadmap. Modi said that localized containment strategies are the need of the hour, especially in those states where test positivity rate is high. He said these states should be encouraged to report their COVID cases in a transparent manner. In news from Northeast, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma today visited the grenade blast site at Tingrai Market in Digboi in Tinsukia district. He also met family members of the deceased and announced a financial assistance of 5 lakh rupees each. A grenade explosion on Friday afternoon left 2 people dead and 2 others seriously injured. Sharma deplored the act and said it was a very unfortunate incident where Sanjeev Singh and Suranjit Talukdar lost their lives. He asserted that the government will not allow peace in the state to be disturbed at any cost. He said the government will take care of the treatment of the 2 injured in the blast. The Chief Minister reached Digboi earlier in the day and took stock of the security arrangements at Tingrai Market. He was accompanied by Union Minister of State Rameshwar Teli and Digboi MLA Suren Phukon. Still in Assam, the first session of the 15th State Legislative Assembly will get underway in Dispur on the 21st of this month. Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi has already issued a notification to this effect. On the first day itself, 126 newly elected legislators will take their oath. Also on the agenda are election of the Speaker, Deputy Speaker and constitution of different House committees. Amid the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic, India is witnessing a declining trend in the active number of coronavirus cases. With this, the recovery rate is continuously improving in the country. However, several states and union territories are still registering a spike in the fresh cases. Union Health and Family Welfare Ministry today said the active cases comprise 15.07% of the cumulative positive cases. There are over 36,73,000 active cases in the country at present. As the country is registering over 3 lakh recoveries daily from the past many days, the recovery rate has further improved to 83.83%. The country has registered over 3,26,000 new COVID cases during the last 24 hours. The ministry said altogether 3,890 deaths were reported in the country within the last 24 hours, taking the toll to over 2,66,000. In the COVID scenario from the Northeast, Arunachal Pradesh reports 2,260 active cases, while discharging cases logged 19,094. The tally for the dead is at 77. Assam is saddled with 41,978 active cases, while the cured cases logged at 2,74,047. The dead accounted for 2,060. Reporting 5,898 active cases, Manipur recorded 31,872 cured cases, while the dead tallied at 552. Meghalaya reported 4,014 active cases with a caseload of 17,909 cured cases. The dead accounted for 280. With a caseload of 2,065 active cases, Mizoram logged at 6,411 discharge cases, while the death toll is 23. Nagaland reported 3,741 active cases with 13,600 released cases. The dead tallied at 190. Sikkim has a caseload of 3,002 active cases, 7,655 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 198. Lastly, in Tripura, active cases have touched 4,230, while discharge cases logged at 35,396. The dead accounted for 429. In Assam, in a repeat performance this year too, the State Panchayat and Rural Development Department is continuing with the task of ensuring employment opportunities to migrants who are forced to return home from other states following a worsening COVID-19 situation. Talking to DD News, Hemant Das, Commissioner Panchayat and Rural Development Department, today said, so far 36,506 job cards have been issued to migrants.
Institutes to take preventive measures first. And as far as migrated persons are concerned, so last year we had developed one software. It is called Sampark. So through that software, we could capture the detailed data of the migrated people coming to the rural areas only. I am not talking about urban areas. It is about the rural areas only. And we had captured the data of 66,779 persons who were interested to work with PNRD, such as under job card holders, under Mahatma Gandhi Narega, or as mentioned for Prime Minister Awas Yojana, or any other works that are undertaken by the Gram Panchayats under 14th Finance Commission. This year also, the similar instruction has been issued to the Gram Panchayats, and the software earlier we had introduced last year, that is continuing. And last year, we had seen that people migrated from not from the outside of the state, but outside of the country. Almost 400 persons came to in Assam outside the country.
The Sikkim government has announced a complete lockdown in the state from 5 a.m. from the 17th of this month to curb the rising COVID-19 cases. The lockdown will continue till the 24th of May. The decision was taken as the state was reporting a positivity rate of more than 20% over the last few weeks. Sikkim recorded more than 3,000 new cases and 51 deaths in the last 14 days. Restrictions on inter- and intra-state movement, including curfew after 5 p.m. were already in place in Sikkim since the 6th of this month. In Manipur, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has announced that COVID-19 vaccination for the 18 to 44 age group will commence from next Monday. The Chief Minister informed that the state has received 39,000 doses of vaccine for this age group. He urged the people to register their names on www.cowin.gov.in or Arogya Setu app or Umang app. The Chief Minister said that although the generation of medical oxygen in the state has tremendously increased in the past few weeks, more oxygen is also being brought in from Nagaon, Silchar and Dimapur in neighbouring Assam and Nagaland. Over 18 crore 4 lakh COVID vaccine doses have been administered to the beneficiaries across the country so far. Union Health and Family Welfare Ministry has said that more than 11 lakh vaccine doses were administered to the beneficiaries within 24 hours. As the third phase of vaccination drive is gaining momentum in the country, people are coming forward for inoculation. The ministry said that over 42,58,000 beneficiaries belonging to the age group of 18 to 44 years have received the first dose so far. More than 3,28,000 beneficiaries of this age group received COVID vaccine jabs in the last 24 hours. The ministry said that more than 13 crore 74 lakh doses have been administered to the beneficiaries aged above 45 years. In Meghalaya, the Shillong branch of Rotary Club has given an oxygen concentrator to the 67th Battalion camp of the Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF. At Polo, Shillong, in the presence of State Health Minister A.L. Heck, the concentrator was sent to the vaccination centre inside the CRPF camp in order to deal with any kind of emergency situation. To help clear extra rush of passengers, the North East Frontier Railway has decided to extend the service of a special train running between Guwahati and Wokha in Nagaland. Services of the train have been extended to run for 2 trips each with existing timings and stops. The train left Wokha on Friday and another trip will run on May 21st. To end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews country's COVID scenario, calls for augmentation of healthcare resources. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma visits blast site in Tinsukia, says nobody will be allowed to disrupt peace in state. First session of 15th Assam Legislative Assembly to begin from 21st of May. Election of Speaker, Deputy Speaker on agenda. Surge in COVID cases forces Sikkim to go in for total lockdown from May 17th. Vaccination for 18 to 44 age group in Manipur to start from Monday next. State plans more oxygen supplies from neighbouring states. Before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing, regularly sanitize hands and frequently wash hands with soap. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. Mask Up India.